Yeah. There's nobody in here yet, so. One person. Hello. Two people. Hello. Good morning. Who's in here? Somebody's going to talk? Good morning.
Mimi.
Hi, Ann. Good morning, Sarah. How are y'all this morning? It is raining here, so it is pretty cold. I have a rule in our house because I'm a tightwad, and I don't turn our heater on until November 1st. Poor Matt, he hates it, but can't help it. Hey-Hey's dancing. Hey-Hey is not cold. This kid never wears anything more than short sleeves, and he is never cold. So, yeah. Anyway, it's raining, so I'm a tightwad. Our electric heater is terrible, and our electric bill will be like $300 if I turn it on. So I just wait till I absolutely have to. But if y'all are on my Instagram, you would have known, and Facebook, I think. Pretty sure Matt posted it. Y'all would have known that I usually run it like 67 and Matt freezes. I don't get cold that easy though. I put on long sleeve shirts and I'm usually pretty good. But Wyatt killed a deer yesterday. I'm just going to finish my video. So that put us several hours behind because we had to get it, bring it back. And we quartered it up, put it in the ice chest. And Matt's parents were here, so it took that much longer because they're asking all these questions. And so I didn't finish my video, so I decided to do a live. I will finish it hopefully today if I can get outside in a break in the rain. And I'll post it for tomorrow. If not, it'll be a Thursday video. So just letting you guys know.
The baby.
Yeah, the baby. I can't even see you up there. Here. Who is that? Well, it's definitely going to keep us fed this year.
Hey.
I'll have to show y'all what what Matt did with, because he killed that doe. I don't know, what was it, a week ago, and then he killed that little buck yesterday. And I'll have to show you guys what he did. I'll probably post a picture of it. He cleaned the skull and it looks really cool. Ignore my mess behind me. I have fabric out because I've been making Christmas presents. So I don't want to put my fabric up because there might be something I need. Matt hates that about me sometimes because it's like I have just random piles of fabric or sewing stuff. I don't know. It's not really like, I'll go grab it. It's not really like a wall hanging thing. I'll show you. Yeah, and y'all's gonna see my retarded cat. He kept the jaw with it. He usually doesn't, but so then she can just sit on her jaw. He's never done a doe. I just wanted to see how it would turn out. And it's really cool. And it's stuff Wyatt loves stuff like this, so it benefits. But yeah. I suppose we could probably fix the jaw on it, and they make wall thingies where you can hang them on the wall. But I kind of thought it looked neat. Like, I just had to have it sitting on my... Yeah, I could still put it on a board. I have some in the front room. I got $2 in the front room these are called European mounts. And the guy sawed the teeth off, and so he just mounted pretty much this part onto a board. And they look great. But I prefer them over a regular deer mount. But Matt did all this himself. So we're going to do Wyatt's little spike he got too. And I want him to keep the jaw. I just think they look neat. Like you can just set them just like this. I have a horse skull too, but I don't want to show you guys that one. That one's kind of bad. See, I'm going to get some rough cut cedar from my brother-in-law. He has a sawmill. Like the offcuts, the ones that are too narrow for him to sell. Because he usually sells them in 6-inch widths or greater. So anything under that, you can use them in 6 inches or greater. So I think any of them that's kind of offcuts, I'm going to put a shelf around the top of Wyatt's room. And so stuff like this can sit. He's got like Breyer horses and some antique Ertl tractors. And cedar would smell so good. And it's a boy's room, so he kind of needs it. Yeah. I have my friend, the reason why I wanted to do this, I have a friend she's an oddities artist, I guess. She makes things out of deer skulls, like she grows crystals on skulls and bones and stuff, and it's really neat. And yeah, I just thought, like, man, I'm gonna see if we could do it because I know it's something that she really enjoys. So if we had excess, I could just send them to her. Probably won't have excess though. Yeah, you don't usually see the lower jaw with it. Like my horse head, I have the jaw, but I'm missing some of the front teeth. I can probably get polymer ones, so just to fill them in. But it's a pony skull, so it's huge. But their teeth are really cool. I don't know if y'all have ever seen deer teeth. This is just like goat teeth. Like they're super sharp on the edges. And this is why people say don't let your goat bite you. Or if you're doing stuff in their mouth, like don't put your hand in there. They're really sharp. She was probably a 3 or 4-year-old doe. I know we saw her we saw 2 babies that she's had. So it's pretty neat. Wyatt might have killed her other baby. Whoops. But you don't usually see the teeth. This is a pretty accurate representation if somebody ever wanted to know what a goat mouth looks like. Pretty much like this. No, before I figured out a trick for, good morning, Tony. Yeah, he uses peroxide to clean it. We do a kind of a hot water bath with Dawn dish soap to loosen everything off. And he'll use a pair of forceps, like the pincher thingies, and pull stuff out. And then he does a warm water and peroxide bath. We do it all outside because it smells terrible. And they turn out really white. Your bones, I guess, are probably really white also. But, and I don't like to paint them. I like how they look natural like that. Sorry, Tony. I'm showing off my friend here. If y'all are just getting in it, y'all's going to see this. Ah. It's great. I love it. But Matt's pretty handy. He did one, and the nose was broke, so he pieced the nose, like this whole part right here, totally back together. I was like, man, I'm proud of you. Here, hey. He's eating deer jerky, by the way. If he gets back in my lap, you see him chewing. There's your drink. And baby coffee, which is actually vanilla Ensure. I'm going to go set this down so I don't drop it. There's currently a cat on the table. I have 2 cats in here. Oh, man. What are you doing? You got 3 chins right now. So what are you guys up to this morning? I'll eat you. So do I. I hate pictures because I smile and my whole face is like. Yes, he's getting very big. Yeah, that I'm shooting for to stay warm and dry right now because it's the rain and I can't go outside and do stuff. And so I can't take Hey because Hey plays in puddles and it's 40 degrees outside. So yeah, it's great. Here. He's a mess. You do not look like a big cow. No. And you're little and petite. Your husband was funny Saturday because just whatever, he's like, bye. Followed right behind you. No, he didn't. Yeah. Oh, okay. He didn't. So I have surpassed a milestone, like way surpassed it. Yes, we ran outside and fed puppies, and I was like, everything that needs hay, I'm fine. He just sit there and smiled the whole time, and that was so cute. He's like Matt. Everybody approaches Matt and want to talk to him, and he's like, I don't talk to people. And I can talk to myself all day. It's talking to other people that's the problem. But I did talk to people. I talked to Tim at Ridge Life, which was pretty awesome because I watch him, and we talked quite a bit. We talked quite a bit on Facebook. And I talked to Cold Beer Ranch, and he is about the only male YouTuber that was taller than me, which was hilarious. Me and Matt aren't. I don't think we're not. Okay, me and Hastings' dad Quit showing them the food in your mouth. That's gross. We are not. Yeah, Jacob is too. That's the only two that like everybody else. Matt's like, you're taller than all of them. Yeah, I am. I think it's funny. I'm tall though. Like we met. Everybody is taller than you, and you're like, that's why you're little petite. You're 5 foot something self. It was fun though. I don't win anyway. I had a wedding to go to, but I'm normally not like big crowds kind of people, and this was going to be a huge wedding, even though it was a good dear friend of mine. I'm sure they understand that. Almost 5'1". Yeah. You're the same height as my sister, I think. She's tiny. She weighs like 98 pounds. And then here I am. You know, I'm 5'9" and not 98 pounds. But I don't know, it's just an awkward situation. I don't know her husband very well, so it was okay. I don't wish I weighed 98 pounds. I'd look weird. 135. That's what I want to get to. 140. That is not yours. Here. And here. Gotta give Hey something to do. Whenever I graduated high school, I weighed 110 pounds, being as tall as I am. And I don't know. There was probably at least 150, I would say. At least 100. I know there was 15 channels that had less than 1,000 subscribers there. I'm thinking there was more than that. I know there was probably 150 for sure. Looking like, I guess they took a group picture after we left, but Haston was like not having it. So Matt you were talking, so I just went ahead and we just went ahead and left. Because this baby, he was ready for a nap. Yep, a nap. Nap. You're silly. Here, I want you to write on the paper, not on the keyboard. But it was great. There was lots of small channels that I know that they benefited from it. I'm sorry, but you were talking, and I don't like to interrupt people, so we went. Whoops. Sorry. I don't know what he just did. He hit buttons. My screen went off for a second. Oh, he's going to show you what he drew. There. Okay. Ooh, man. So what is y'all's normal thing to do? And there's a cat right here. What is y'all's? Shh, hang on, baby. What is y'all's normal thing to do when it's raining? Like, do y'all just lay under a blanket? If he's asleep, I still go outside and do stuff. Nothing. I have some seeds for you also, Ann. I have to get them to you at a later date because my pods were not fully dry yet. But I have some for you. If anybody wants some okra, I have crimson spineless okra seed. I saved it because it's very prolific and it seems to not have so many aphids on it like the other okra I've had. So, because I do mine in a raised bed. But it's like living with a parrot when you live with a toddler.
Yes.
He said yes. I am going to, I'll mail out some okra seed if anybody wants any, because I have a bunch of it. I'm glad you love your shirt. I do all of our shirts. I did a new design for our background. See, I'm going to edit some videos. That's pretty much my day today. My okra did really good in a bed, and it does best where it can be hot because it's like native to Africa. So I can put it up closer to my house, and it'll be fine. Because the only place to put a garden was on the west side of my house, and I love okra. I have several gallon bags that I've already breaded and froze. Yep, there's his picture. It actually has a picture printed on this side because I did a test print. But there's his picture. Here, you want to draw on that side too? Yeah. We don't have that problem. The entire west side of our yard is pretty open, and our whole backyard. But Matt would not let me use the whole backyard for a garden. An in-ground garden wouldn't work very good here anyway. We have so much clay that drainage is an issue. So the raised beds was my best option. And I know I've said it about 100 times, but I'm going to put in a whole, like a 16-foot bed right inside the gate. And it's like a 4x16 bed. And it will have tomatoes and probably onions, because onions benefit from all-day sun like tomatoes do. You can grow tomatoes without all-day sun, but I just want, if I do that, like, and then my garlic, I'm really, really excited about this garlic, because I literally paid 83 cents for 2 heads of garlic, and it's like I dug one up through roots. It's so awesome. Yeah, a treat. I think if you got your plants up big enough, that they would be okay. Even with the shade, because it's south facing like that. My backyard is south facing, but Matt wouldn't let me use the whole backyard naturally. But I've got some ideas for shade and things, but I know what I can grow where. I put garlic on literally everything. It is. I made my own taco seasoning here recently, which is awesome, and it smells amazing. But I haven't got to eat it yet. I put a whole thing of garlic powder in it. Yep, white out and a pencil. We got white out and a pencil. But I love garlic. If I had a garage, I would probably work in my garage too, though. When we have a barn. It was taco seasoning. Sorry. He's loud. I made taco seasoning. I would love to do those layered beds like that, but Matt didn't want to do super deep ones so that they'd be easier if I had to move them. And, you know, we do things on a budget for the fact that we want things to, like normal people who don't have a huge savings account, we want them to be able to emulate what we do. Well, I think you broke it. That's okay. And see, your beds are lightweight because you built them lightweight, but they're still really strong, and they're easy to move because you just made them taller than my beds. I wish they were deeper. I do. That would work out really good if I had like a stool or something to sit on. But as it is, I can just kneel down. This winter, I'm hoping I'm going to save up. I got a few projects I need to do. I've got a huge pile of gravel, but I got to buy landscape fabric. I want to buy the good stuff to put the gravel down around my raised beds, and that'll cut out most of the weeds. But the wood chips, for free wood chips, like that was awesome. And this spring, I'm going to probably say, hey, I want another chip drop. And when they do that, I'll have wood material to mix in with my compost or manure or whatever I decide to get. I got horse compost from the sale barn this year, but what are you doing, baby? What are you doing? No, you're not standing on the desk. You're not a cat. It was really great to meet you also. And we enjoyed it. I know I had to sit there and wait because everybody's like, oh, he has free shirts. And I've actually got mine in the washer right now. If you have leaves or mulch or anything, you can cover them with that. That's what I've done in the past. I have an idea for strawberries, and I can't see anything. He's in the way. The best thing about those chip drop wood chips is they don't have anything sprayed on them because it's literally, they mulched it. Here's your drink. He's a mess. This is the most people I've ever had in a live chat, guys. Mostly because I do them at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I have a baby in my face all the time. He's special. Here. There you go. So, does anybody have, one of the things I want to say for this year, yeah, he's rocking, and he knows he's very cute. That's what his problem is. One of the my plans is I want to save and get a new camera. I'm currently using a Canon T3, and it's a great camera. He's a dinosaur today. He watched Jurassic Park once, and he growls all the time. But I currently have a Canon T3. So if anybody hears any good cameras that are lightweight, because that's my biggest complaint, is that camera's pretty heavy. Quit, Haston, quit. I just don't. I have one of those. What is it? It's a cheap one, action cameras, and there's nothing wrong with the GoPro. I've thought about buying one, but I think if I want to spend, quite a bit of money on an item like that, I want one that is. I would like something that's really dual purpose, because I do like to take pictures too. And I don't know, I've not seen a lot of pictures from GoPros. I've been looking at some digital cameras what I want one is that has a zoom. Good morning, blooming in place. I want one that's got a zoom that focuses on the go instead of, that's my biggest complaint with mine is it does not focus on the go. You have to manually focus and then hit record. If you move out of range, it loses focus, or if you move too close to it, which it works okay. But if it's foggy outside, it does not focus for anything.
Mommy.
There you go. He is a mess. He's wound for sound this morning, guys. That 10 hours of sleep he gets every day. Yes. I have I'm glad you enjoy his sounds. Sometimes I wonder. He finds things like my seam ripper. He shouldn't. And so it's easier just to have him right here. And then he's loud and obnoxious sometimes, but He's cute and he knows it. He I don't know if you've watched anything really, but we have a 9-year-old son too. And I worked while he was young and tiny. And so this was my everyday life, like having to get around a baby. Hi, Likeabully. It was really nice meeting you. Y'all, you and I don't know what his first name was, but M&C Family Homestead. I cannot remember what his first name was. Y'all were really nice, and it was great to meet y'all. I don't normally do lives very often. If y'all were just wondering, it's kind of awkward. But partly because I don't like the mess that sits behind me. But that's okay. I just decided to do this because I didn't get my editing done. We had a bunch of stuff going on. Wyatt killed a deer yesterday. And it ran forever. Matt had to drag it about 400 yards because Wyatt made not a great shot, but it wasn't horrible. It was just not the greatest shot. And I started recording it. I set it on record and set the camera out there to Matt while he was skinning it, and the camera went off. Okay, Tony. Feed them pigs. They're probably screaming right now. Well, I'm glad I started feeding mine like at 10 o'clock in the morning instead of 6 to 8. My neighbors complain. And my neighbors are not close at all. Yeah, as long as I'm in the same boat with that one. He shot twice with the muzzleloader at that. He shot, and Matt reloaded it for him. And one shot was better placed than the other. The second shot was, but we still had some meat loss because it was not in the greatest of spots. Oh, he wants to show you this teeny tiny can that I painted. That's what he's trying to show you. I was bored. He's trying to hold it up there where you guys can see it. And he's dumping all the stuff out of it, a bunch. It's a tomato paste can. We actually got some bad news here recently too. I don't know if anybody has seen any of my videos with my calves. If you have, you know that Angus got hurt because somebody opened her gate, got him out. They cut a lock off the gate, essentially. Trespassed. Thank you. He's very rotten. He knows how pretty he is. That's his problem. But so somebody cut the lock off of our gate, pushed our 2 calves into another pasture. In doing that, got our bull hurt, and his leg's not getting any better. So it's been about a month. The swelling's all gone. We did a whole month of antibiotics, and then we have to wait 30 days from the last dose before we can make any kind of decision. And it's not gotten any better. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, process Angus. He'll put it down some, but now that the swelling's gone, like their foot, when they walk, their toes turn in just barely on the back legs. But he holds his foot really, really crooked. He was a year old in July. So he's 15 months old. So right now he should be getting ready to have girlfriends, and instead we're having to deal with this. He was a bottle calf, so he wasn't going to be the biggest, you know. And there's always that possibility that, you know, an animal gets hurt. you'll have to make a decision that nobody wants. But we'll still have to wait till the spring to do it, until I have the extra $2,000 to buy another freezer, because I do not have a freezer big enough for a 600 to 700 pound calf. What my plan is also this spring, I plan on buying, we'll have our barn up. I'm going to buy a couple more bottle calves, and Wyatt can make one of those his buddy, like Angus is. And we'll go with it from there. Oh, yeah, let's not play with that pin. Here. He loves to look at himself on the camera. If y'all haven't noticed yet. And he likes to move the camera, the computer screen. Yeah, his bloodlines were really great. The guy that we got it from, he gave the calf to Wyatt because he wanted Wyatt to raise. He wanted Wyatt to have something, you know, have a good start. But it's all right. We can get another bull. I think instead of keeping a bull for a little while though, we'll probably AI the heifer that we have next spring, and then we don't have to worry about a bull for a little while anyway. We're planning on buying about 5 cows, so we'll be running probably 6 to 10 head of adult cattle, and that's all we need. We don't need any more than that. It'd be enough to probably pay for themselves and still have a steer to put in the freezer every other year. We have options. It's just sad because Angus is our baby. He's not just Wyatt's buddy, like he's all of our buddies. We all fed him. We all loved on him. Sorry, I haven't drank all my coffee this morning. I'm a typical mom when it comes to coffee. I usually forget about it till it's cold, and it's cold now. Yeah, it is. Wyatt's. It's not something that bothers me so much. We have our suspicions, but there's nothing that we can definitively prove. I could have pressed charges on the man that had Angus at his house, but I didn't. I was mad, and generally I try to be a pretty forgiving person, but whenever I got over there and that calf was hurt, sorry, y'all can't hear me. Hey, he's playing. But I did report it with the sheriff's office, and they knew what was going on. If I wanted to press charges, I could, seeing that he's not gotten any better. They should be liable for it, for him and the damages. But what gets me on things like that, that man has limousine cattle. And I know to people who aren't cow people or haven't been around cows, they don't know, like a black cow's a black cow. A limousine has a different structure than an Angus does. And so if you look at our 2 calves, you can very much tell they're not limousine cattle next to limousine calves. And besides that, our calves are quite a bit older than the ones he had. He was just going to take them. He wasn't going to call and see if anybody was missing calves, even though he got out there and he counted and, oh, he has 2 extra. No big deal. He wasn't going to call. That's the thing. Knowing that my boys have, yeah, hit the like button, please. Yeah, pretty much. He's a good Christian man. He goes to the Latter-day Saints church with my sister. I do not go to the Latter-day Saints church, just to let y'all know. And it's just the kind of person he is. But my Christianness slipped really bad that day because I told my brother-in-law if there was any bad words you ever wanted to say to Joanna, they probably came out of my mouth that day. Okay, I need you to quit. You're loud. Calm down. Here. Yep. I'm gonna make some more deer jerky, and we'll have to get together, and I'll give you some. I gave what I took to Jared because he was making jerky for everybody else, so I thought, yeah, I would have. I thought he's doing this for everybody else. I'll give him some, and he said he was gonna eat it for dinner. It's not a very good dinner. There wasn't very much. I didn't even get any of his jerky, which it's fine. I didn't have to have any of it. But I saw everybody snacking, and I was like, it looks really good. This is what I if you ever have a deer processed or any animal processed, you want thin stuff cut, they don't do a very good job. They don't get any of the stuff like between the tendons and the forearm and stuff and things like that. And that makes the best jerky because it's thin and it is all one grain and it's awesome. And that's the majority of this was come off of scrap. Stuff that normal people would just throw away. And I had a whole quart bag of it stuffed full. Now there's half a quart bag. That's out of whites dough. I'm going to take quite a bit this time out of this deer and make a big batch of jerky. Deer, yeah. He knows what that is. Tell him. What is that? Deer. He's got jerky in his mouth. I like jerky. I founder on deer jerky every year if we make it. Last year we didn't make any for some reason. I also, which I didn't make a video, I canned deer meat for the first time. Why I didn't make a video. And then he's a ham today. He's usually not this loud. But we got 8 people. It's awesome. He is such a ham today. I'm hoping to make quite a bit of deer jerky, like a couple gallons maybe, if I can get it off that other deer. He's probably 80 pounds clean. So probably about in the ice chest right now. Here, this one. You have this one. Hi, George. Yeah, you're number 8. I've never had this many people in my live chats before, and I don't even know how to do live chats most of the time. That's awesome. 9. We have 9. I feel popular. Yes. Gold star. Gold star. You're from Kiefton? I'm from Weber's Falls. It's awesome. Tony, get yourself warmed up. Go get a towel. Looky there, Bubba. We got 8 people in our live chat. Hey is a mess. He loves people. And so whenever we're out and something like that, it takes him a few minutes and then he's like, put me down, I gotta go explore. And he talks to everybody. You should have seen him with Alex's dog. Like, oh my goodness, that dog's as big as him. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna love it. The cold I'm fine with. It's the cold and the wet. That's the reason why I would move back to Colorado, is because their cold is not wet. You can't even make a decent snowball out there, even though there's all that snow. One of these, I'll share a video. Matt stepped out of the door and we had a pallet underneath the steps because we lived in a camper. And he like just belly flopped out in the snow, and it's like, it just looks like dust. It is so crazy. Where do you live at 2.5 acres? I actually use my computer. I have a 2010 iMac, so it's ancient. And okay, look. I have a 2010 iMac, so it's old. It's older than my kids, but I got it refurbished, so I got a really good deal on it. And so you're pretty much the exact opposite of me right now, 2.5. It has a built-in iSight camera, which is pretty great. I wanted an iMac because I got an iPhone, and most everything is iPhone related or Mac related at my house. Oh, you want to wear a jacket? Okay, we'll put one on. Oh, do you want the other one on? You want this one on? Sorry. Toddlers. Apparently not. He just wanted to hold them. But if your camera has a built-in webcam, 9 times out of 10 they have a built-in microphone also. Didn't know that. And so that's how I do this. Yes. I wish more small YouTubers could have went, honestly. Like, I just surpassed 260 subscribers. Like, oh, look, let's see. I got 262 subscribers as of this morning. And I went to the meetup with 248 subscribers. So it was great. I looked when we left. Actually, I looked yesterday morning at 249. I was like, well, I gained a subscriber. It was worth the hour drive. Sorry, he's touching the eye. I would love a drone, but I think I would tear it up. It would be pretty awesome, though, for stuff. Drone stuff. Oh, I can understand that. I played softball. And basketball, showed animals. So we were busy a lot. My cousin actually played tournaments all weekend. Her little girl played tournaments all weekend this last weekend. I was like, man, poor girl, it was cold. She's a catcher, so at least she had, chest plate and stuff, but still, it's terrible. Shortstop. I was second base, and then I either played left field or left center because I could run for a long ways, and I guess it came to my benefit. Back before I had children, I had my average was like 5.5 minutes for a mile. Yeah, I've been listening to it. This room here, I'm right next to a window, so I can hear the rain. I like sitting in this room because my geese are in the garden, and I can hear them while I'm in here. I have to devise something so they don't eat my beans, because they currently love to eat the leaves off of beans. It's not great, considering I'm only propagating beans for seeds this fall. I'm sorry. Like, I had some pole beans, Cherokee black beans. I think they're called Trail of Tears beans. And I haven't heard thunder yet. I might have just not noticed it because I got sound effects going on right here. But man, you got some, let's see, 44 here. No, thank you. I won't move to Missouri. I know that because y'all are humid just like Oklahoma.
Me.
My parents used to go to Branson every year for Christmas. Like, not over Christmas, but they would spend a weekend there during the Christmas season. And it was cold and it's humid, so it's wet. And I was like, oh, not me. Nope. Yeah, I hope you don't lose power. We have, I could always pull the welder up and run stuff if we do. But I don't turn the heater on until like November anyway. I know you were raised in Missouri. It's cold and wet. You moved to Oklahoma, and it's cold and wet. He's a mess. I was born and raised right here, Weber's Falls, Oklahoma. Traveled, ended up coming back here. What area are you in? You're in Missouri, aren't you? Like a bully. I'm terrible with names, so I do get your. We subscribed as soon as we got outside where we had service.
Baba.
Oh, Bubba. Bubba's at school. I pulled it up on my phone because he was wanting to play on my phone so then he could watch it. And he's now he's watching it again on my phone. Sit right here, baby. Don't throw that. Yes, that's kind of I think what he's doing. He's like, wait a minute. I'm there again. 9 people. South Central. And Adam. Okay. I don't remember. I'm terrible with names. I really am. I have to hear them several times. I remembered your channel. I remembered the other, some of the other channels.
Baby.
Yeah. He says there's a baby.
Baby.
Thank you, Tony. Have fun editing. I'm gonna get him to take a nap. I'm probably gonna sew. I got a Christmas present I've got started on, so I need to finish it.
Baby.
And I got the stuff to finish it this weekend. So bye, Tony.
Baby.
I should remember your name, Adam, because that's my brother-in-law's name. I got coffee on my shirt. Sorry. Typical person. I dump stuff on me. So, oh no, it turned off because you hit the button. There you go. Your name is easy to remember because everybody sees it in every live chat that they ever watch. Everybody loves Anne. My name is not easy because nobody ever remembers it. But what are you wanting to watch?
No.
Did somebody call you the wrong name? What do you want to watch? Hey, you want to watch horses? Worst thing to ever get started is letting him watch horse videos on YouTube. And now he has to watch them all the time. My first name is Kristen, so I always introduce myself. I'm like, I'm Kristen from Lazy C Homestead. And my last name is Chitty. Matt didn't want to use Chitty directly in our homestead name. He thought people would click on it because it was funny. And since he's changed his mind, he thinks that it would work out great because people would probably remember it because it's different. But there could be a name change in our future. It probably won't be anytime soon, but there could be. I like that. You're wearing coffee and eggs. No eggs yet. I like it. I'd take lazy off, say Chitty Homestead or something. That'd probably be what I did. I don't know. I like Lazy C because that's the name. We chose Lazy C because that's what I use for my border collies. So it's everything's LC, whatever their name is. LC Sis or LC Mia as Lazy C border collies. So we just kind of kept with that. None of our horses that are registered use that. Chitty Bang Homestead. Yeah. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Just go with it. Banging chits. No. We make fun of our own name a lot more than normal people should. My maiden name is Humphrey, so people had a ton of fun with that one. Let me tell you. I wish y'all could see this that he's watching. It's here. It's literally just horses doing stuff. That's it. So, what is those of you that got to go to the meetup, or those of you who've watched the videos of the meetup, what's one interesting thing that y'all saw other than Jason getting his head shaved? Yeah. I like almonds. Chitty's just weird. My sister-in-law teases, she's like, she made a downgrade because her maiden name was Summerlin to Chitty. And then my last name was Humphrey to Chitty. She's like, you just made a solid right-hand step there. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, what's something neat that y'all saw other than Jason getting his head shaved? Also, anybody who went to the after party, did he keep the rat tail? I'm curious. I guess I'll find out today if Coffee with Crockers posts. You look fine, Anne. I did. It's a Chitty life. I like that one. That one works out, especially here lately with the stuff that's been going on. I've watched some of the lives, but some of them, they are so shaky that I just have to wait. She did pretty good to me. I think the rat tail is a little out of my comfort zone, but Matt, he was sitting there. He's like, she wants to give me $600. She can shave your head. No. Shave. It's a mess. It's a mess. Actually, here's something that's funny. I worked at Orscheln's in Muskogee, Oklahoma for like 5 years while Wyatt was little because I couldn't train horses, so I had to find a normal job. I love Des. She is my favorite person right now. I'm not lying. She has so much energy and she just like vibrates. But there was a man and his last name was Epple, like Epple. And so whenever he would go through for his farm tax, he'd say, "It's Epple, not Apple." I always thought it was funny. He was like this little tiny old man. He looked grumpy. Adam Apple. Pretty interesting. We have to be careful the first names we pick for our children because Chitty is different. Very different. So like this is Haston and we have Wyatt. But like I would pick names and Matt's like, really? I really like that. Everybody, like anybody I talked to, nobody was, everybody's really nice and really welcoming, really open. I am pretty much an introvert. I started doing this because I needed something to do and it gave me something to look forward to. So YouTube has become my advanced hobby. Mike and Jared. I do know your kid. I didn't know. Well, I know Jared's name because I hear him most often. But I do remember you talking about Mike. I have my first border collie's name was Zip. So at the vet's office it says Zip Chitty. I always laugh. Mike is your husband. Nate, I know your kids. Yeah, my brain doesn't work this morning. I still didn't drink all my coffee. But Mike. Yeah, I remember. I still never heard him say anything the whole time we was there. I'm just saying. But I hear you talk about Jared a lot. He does a lot. I wanted to name this one Win, like Winn, and Matt's like, you're stupid. He's Haston Mark. He's named after Matt's Uncle Haston and my dad. Wyatt is Wyatt Andrew, and I call him Wyatt Andrew, like Andy Roo, and he hates it. Haston's different. It's really awkward because we go to the Indian hospital and it's W.W. Hastings Hospital, and they call him Haston all the time. It's like, oh, you work at a place called Hastings. I'm pretty sure you should be able to have to say his name. Aggravating, can you tell? What's the point of having children if you can't aggravate them? $64 minutes. That's a good long time. I guess we should probably go ahead and get off here so people. Yeah. You have a good day also. And you too, and we'll go ahead and get off here. I was fixing to say, I need to finish some stuff. I'm going to start finishing what I've already started this week. I will see you guys later. Thank you for being here. All 9 total of you. He ran in and right back out. I did tease him about ice cream, but he didn't even say anything. So, thanks for watching, guys. We will. Bye, George. I forgot you haven't said anything. I forgot you was in here. But I do have some stuff I need to get done. I need to. So, y'all have a great day. Thanks for being here. Say bye. Hey. Tell them bye. It's just going to mean mug you. Bye.